Hi guys, my name is Basiko Mani, and this channel we're all about nourishing your growth, focusing on personal development and self-discovery. Guys, please like this video so that more people can be able to see it, share, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. In today's video, we're talking about how to overcome people pleasing. What is people pleasing? People pleasers often seek validation and avoid conflict, sometimes to the extent of neglecting their own interests or values. This behavior can stem from a desire to be liked, fear of rejection, and low self esteem. I suffered a lot from people pleasing, especially in high school, right up until my 20s. So I'm going to share 5 things that I did to please other people and 5 things that I did to overcome people pleasing. So let's get into it. Number 1, never saying no, even when I did not want to, allowing people to take things, wanting to be liked. In high school, I always wanted to be that girl that wanted to be liked. And one of the incidents that stood out for me, here I was, I had taken this ring from my sister. It was a beautiful silver diamond ring. It looked so real. It was not real, but it looked so real. Even when you had it on your hand, it just looked beautiful. I took it to school one day, and here I was flaunting to my friends, hey, I have this ring. It was even bigger on my hand. And a friend of mine borrowed this ring, and it's like, can I borrow this ring and then I'll give it back to you? I just want to see how it looks on me. And then I borrowed my friend this ring, and then after school, when she's supposed to bring back the ring, she's like, no, I'll give it back to you tomorrow. I was not happy about that, but I did not say anything. So come tomorrow, she's supposed to bring the ring. The ring's not with her. I'm like, where's the ring? Hi, I gave it. No, somebody took it. And it hurt my feelings that my friend has no respect for my feelings. She honestly did not care. So when the ring came back, weeks later. Imagine. And when it came back, it came all rusted. It came all with scratches and everything else. And I did not say anything. I did not address the issue. I just kept quiet and kept moving. Was my heart not broken? Number 2, making my friends' enemies my enemies. I was that girl that was true to their friends. Like, if my friend doesn't like you, that means that I also don't like you. I started putting myself in positions where I had no business being in. And what that did was it made me look like a mean girl, and it made me change friends very often. I changed friends a lot in high school. Like, it was so unstable. It was so scary at some point. I changed friends a lot. Number 3, dating guys that I did not want to and said yes to please them. Felt sorry for them. So, when you're a pretty girl and guys like you and they shellering you. And I remember there used to be guys that would come up to me and they would ask me out. And I knew that I did not like them back. But you'd find those guys who would nag and nag and nag you and nag you until you said yes. So I would eventually say yes, and then I would dump them 2 days later. And I'm like, what was the point? Why were you putting yourself through that? You could have just said no and stick to your no and just let it be that, a no. What that did was it created a sense of entitlement. It made me feel like I'm better than other people. So if you're that person and you're doing that, stop it. If you know you don't like a person, don't even entertain it. Just say no. Stop it. Number 4, never standing up for myself and allowing people to say whatever they want to say about me. I remember this incident in primary school. I was in standard 1. Standard 1 is grade 3. So it's either you 8 or 9, around that age. And there used to be this girl who used to say the most meanest negative things ever. And and not in primary school, I was quiet. Like, I was quiet, kept to myself. She would write things like, Tabo is dating Mapaseka, or Mapaseka is kissing, Mapaseka and Mamang had sex. Mapaseka and Tabo had sex behind in the toilet. Like, she would write things like that, and then she would say it was me. And I'd be like, and in that very moment, guys, I would not even defend myself. I would not even say, no, it's not me. I would never do. Bon, I would keep quiet. I remember everyone in that grade thought that I was a mean girl. Like, I just could, like, in my mind, I'd be like, why is this girl picking on me? It's only now I'm realizing, oh, no, God had my back then. Like, he honestly had my back. Eventually, everyone in our grade would know that it was not me, it was her all this time. That memory is still in my head. It still comes from me, and I think it still hurts me that a person would be that me. Number 5, loss of identity. Starting from high school right through my 20s, I did not know who I was. Yo, guys, if there's one thing you should do for yourself in this life, is to know who you are. Not knowing yourself is like you're this tiny person and you're in this big, big world, and this big, big world keeps swallowing at you. That's how loss of identity does, because you don't know which way to go, you don't know who you are, you don't know your core roots, you don't know your values, you don't know your interests. And you know what that does? The world keeps swallowing at you. It's like the world keeps coming for you, and the more the world keeps coming at you, the smaller you feel. So if you are somebody that has loss of identity, I would advise you to take a step back and find ways that you can find your identity. Find something that you know that this makes me, this makes Basikomani. This is what Basikomani is all about. Find it, because I suffered a lot and I had to do a lot of digging. I had to do a lot of self-reflection in order for me to come to find my identity. And I still am trying to find my identity, but I'm at a point where I'm able to say, this is me, this is what I like, and this is what I won't stand for. You know, that's me. 5 things that I did to overcome people pleasing. Number one, started being aware of my surroundings, paid attention to how people spoke and how they spoke of others. Anything malicious, evil, or jealousy, I knew I needed to stay away from that. So I started paying attention to how people spoke, and especially how they spoke about other people. Anything that meant us being in a group where we are only talking about other people, I immediately knew that I needed to remove myself from that. I did not want to be part of a negative circle, so I knew that I needed to remove myself. Number two, not everyone will like you, and it's okay, guys. I used to think, if somebody did not like me, then I did something wrong. But I come to realize, no. I mean, not you are not going to be everyone's friend. You are not going to like everyone. You are a human being. You know, there are things that you like, and there are things that other people don't like. The things that I like, some people don't like it, and it's okay if we like different things. We like socializing with different people. It's okay. It doesn't mean that I hate you. Doesn't mean that you hate me. It just simply means that you and I are not connecting, and that's okay. Number three, I started expressing how I feel, what I think, and I learned to say no. Honey, if you come at me now, I will tell you how I feel. I will tell you my feelings. I will tell, like, even sometimes my face just gives it away if I don't like something, you know? I've come to a point where I realize it's important to express myself. And the more I express myself, the more I build my self confidence, the more I am aware of what I like and what I don't like. And I am loving that about myself. Number four, learning to stop caring what others think of me. I think sometimes we value other people's opinions of us more than we value the opinions we have about ourselves and what God thinks about us. In my journey with God, what I'm realizing is that what's important to me right now is what God thinks of me, is how God sees me and how I am and how I'm showing up to God. That now, that's all that is important to me. Everyone else will just need to take a back seat. Everyone else will just need to, you know, whatever opinions they have of me, it shouldn't be a factor for me. You know, only thing that matters right now is what God thinks of me and how I'm showing up to God. That's the only things that are important to me right now. Number five, it's okay to spend time by yourself and not want friends. You know, life can get lonely, can get boring, but it's okay if you don't want friends. It's okay. We need to embrace certain seasons in our lives to be say it's okay if namhlanje I don't want friends. You know, I know right now I don't have friends. I don't have like a group of friends. I have that one friend that I can go to and speak to every now and again. I don't have friends like a group of friends that I hang out with all the time. But I know that in building my relationship with God right now, it's going to lead me to a community where I'm going to be able to learn from other ladies. We are going to be connected by the Lord, and we are going to be a community that is supporting each other and is learning from one another. I have that belief in my heart that I am going to have that community. I do not have that community right now, but I am one day going to have that community where I'm going to be able to be with other women, where we are going to be able to embrace the Lord. We are going to be able to support one another and learn from one another, and it's going to be a positive environment. I believe that with all of my heart. So thank you for watching this video to this far. Please do not forget to like, do not forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.